Hi, my name is Nafisa Cheffin. I'm going to talk about my life and how this place helped me. I've been going through stuff my whole life, through foster care, separated from my brothers. Um, we was in an abusive situation and we didn't have nowhere else to go. I was sad and my mom was always stressed a lot. So it was really difficult for her to find places for us to go. We had to be in a hotel, and that hotel was really not in good condition, and I was scared, and I was worried about my brothers as well. After that, we went to a different shelter, and we would be there for a while, and there was like a certain limit that we had to be there, so I was also worried at the same time. We were on the street at a point in time, and I was scared. It was dark, and I was worried about my brothers at the time. I wasn't worried about myself. I was just worried about everybody else. We found a place eventually. My mother said, but me and my brothers would have to be separated, and I didn't want that at the time because I'm very protective over them. But at the same time, I feel like it was best. I gave my brother my phone, so they stayed over a place that at first I didn't feel like they would be protected there, but then I trusted and I just believed that they would be okay. And my mother said something about the women's shelter, and we came here and it was very welcoming. Everyone was nice. The rooms were good and the restroom was clean. It wasn't filthy. I was happy that my mom was happy. Even though she was stressed, she gets relief. This place really helped me and my mother a lot.
I was living in a motel with my daughter and 3 grandkids in February. We was about ready to be practically homeless, living in a car, and I reached out for shelter, and I got a response saying that we could come and stay at the shelter. It was a blessing in disguise because we didn't know where we was going to go or what we were going to do. But it's a very good place. They help you with food, shelter. They help with you set goals and also to manage your money. So when you leave here, you're not leaving broke. Everybody gets along with each other. I had no problems while I was here. The director is an angel in disguise, and I just appreciate everything that she's been able to do for my daughter and I. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and I would like to make this video to say thank you very much for helping my daughter and I out when we were living out of a vehicle. Every day it was basically dependent on where our next meal might come from, or how to even make that next meal. We came to live in ICNA and stayed there a little over 6 months. We were given different resources to be able to try to get our own home and be safe in that environment, as well as resources to be able to do budgeting. We were given different resources in the community. Obviously with employment I did come with a job, but the shelter director helped me to get a better employer that would pay me more and respect my hours, as well as that I had a child to take care of. She did assist me with getting different resources for medical insurance for myself, even though I was employed and wasn't able to afford medical insurance as an adult, even though medical insurance is free for children in our state. There was other ladies that lived in the house, and it was nice to be able to go into the kitchen and be able to cook your own food, to be able to communicate with each other on different backgrounds that we had, and to be able to communicate with our children and be able to explain that this is where we are at this time. We had our own room. We were able to, do the things in our room that we needed. We could do arts and crafts downstairs. One of the biggest necessities was my child is 4 when she came and growing every month and had to have new clothing items, and that was probably one of the biggest helps that I needed, was that we didn't have clothes for her. as well as myself. I needed clothes for work and getting back and forth. There was resources to be able to find mechanics, housing landlords that could help with past evictions or past issues where you weren't able to stay at a residence as long as you needed to due to something, a failure at a job, or my eviction basically was from domestic violence. And resources to be able to know that I worked with someone at the shelter that was able to give me some different ideas that I could depend on, that I could use, that once I got my own place, that would help me to be able to know where I wouldn't end up back at the shelter. And actually my daughter and I have been moved out for about 90 days, and I still speak to her, and she gives me some guidance on things that I still need assistance with on being in a domestic violence relationship in the past. So I have to say thank you very much for everything that you did help us with and that you continue to help us.
The relief shelter has helped me in so many ways, I don't know where to begin. I was on the verge of sleeping in my car when I came here. They helped me get new dentures so I would go out in public and smile. They gave me food, personal hygiene, and a warm place to sleep. We have weekly meetings to set goals for personal independence. Where they have gave me many resources and job openings to help me meet these goals. But most of all, they have helped me get my self-confidence back when I had lost it all due to domestic violence and a horrible childhood. Having confidence has helped me be able to attain a job and start meeting my goals of being able to be on my own again. Something I haven't been able to do in a long time.